If you've tried the 60-minute morning, day 1, you wake up full of energy. Day 2, you keep the rhythm. Day 3, everything still feels on track. But then, one day, the alarm goes off and you turn it off. Not because you're lazy, but because you're exhausted. Discipline doesn't disappear, it just gets interrupted. And you start to wonder, can I really do this? If you've been there, you're not alone. Comment "been there" if you know this feeling. Have you ever been there? You start strong, full of determination, like this time will be different. Day 1, you wake up on time. Day 2, you keep the habit. Day 3, you continue. Everything seems on track. Then one day, you're tired. Not just normal tired, but the kind that makes you want to drop everything. The alarm goes off. You open your eyes and hit snooze. Just today, a small sentence, but enough to break the entire streak. And the next day, it feels harder to get back. Then another day, you skip again. Everything slowly goes back to how it was, like you never even started. You're not lacking motivation, you're just stuck in a loop. If you're in that exact loop right now, just drop a, and here's the most important thing that no one tells you, you don't need to be perfect. In fact, the more you try to be perfect, the sooner you'll quit. What you need is consistency, but consistent doesn't mean doing 100% every day. It doesn't mean always waking up on time, never making mistakes. Consistent means you come back, even after you fall off. It means you accept days at 50%, even 10%. But you don't quit completely. There's another secret very few people talk about. Consistency isn't about never failing. It's about not letting failure last. As long as you come back quickly, your streak was never truly broken. And this secret is what gets you through 90 days. The problem isn't that you quit. The problem is you believe that one small slip means everything is ruined. You think missing one day equals failure. So when you miss a day, you give up on the whole journey. You tell yourself, whatever, it's messed up now. I'll start again next week, properly. But that mindset is exactly what holds you back. Not because you're weak, but because you're setting the wrong standard. The truth is, one day doesn't destroy you. One day of oversleeping, one lazy day, one day of doing nothing. It's not powerful enough to erase all your effort. One day is just a day. What actually destroys you is the decision to quit after that day. It's when you turn a small slip into a reason to stop completely. Successful people aren't the ones who never fall off. They're just different in one way. They come back faster. They don't let one bad day turn into a bad week, a bad month. And the moment you understand this, you stop being afraid of falling off track. Consistency is not never fail. Consistency is always come back. On the days you're tired, you still get up. No need to be perfect. No need to prove anything to anyone. You just need to keep a small promise to yourself. Not 60 minutes, even 10 minutes is enough. A little reading, a little movement, a little focus. But you don't break the chain, and that's the secret most people overlook. It's not about doing more. It's about not disappearing. Never miss twice. You can miss one day. That's normal. But you don't let it happen 2 days in a row. That's how you keep momentum, keep rhythm, keep trust in yourself. Maybe tomorrow, you won't have the energy for 60 minutes. Maybe you only have 10 minutes. But the real question is, in those 10 minutes, what will you do to keep moving forward? Comment one word, what you'll do, even when you don't have much time. Why 90 days, not 7, not 30? Because 90 days is long enough to change you from the inside. 7 days is just an experiment. 30 days is a starting point, but 90 days is transformation. Week 1, you fight your body. You're sleepy, you feel lazy, you want to go back to your comfort zone. Every morning feels like a small battle. Week 2, you start fighting your mind. Thoughts like, I can do it tomorrow, show up more often. You're not as physically tired, but mentally you begin to waver. Week 3, you start to adapt. It's not as hard to begin anymore. You still need effort, but the resistance isn't as strong as before. Month 2, it becomes a habit. You don't have to think about it as much. You just do it because it's what you do every day. Month 3, it's no longer something you're trying to do. It becomes part of who you are. You're not someone building a habit anymore. You're someone who lives it, and that's why. 90 days doesn't just change your actions, it changes who you are. This is when everything truly changes. You're no longer someone trying to wake up early. You become someone who always wakes up early. No more forcing it. No more fighting every morning. You don't need daily motivation anymore. It's not a task. It's just you. When your identity changes, everything else starts to shift with it. The way you think, the way you act, the way you choose. You don't have to try to do the right thing. You naturally do it. And that's the level where habits are no longer the goal. They become part of who you are. Remember the guy from the previous episode? The one you thought had iron discipline. The truth is, he didn't change his life in a single day. There was no sudden turnaround, no miracle. He just did one very simple thing. He didn't quit after 7 days, then 14 days, then 30 days. There were days he felt tired too. Days he wanted to stop. Days he hit snooze, just like you. But he didn't turn one bad day into a reason to quit entirely. He simply came back every time he fell off. By the 3rd month, everything changed. No more needing motivation every morning. No more forcing himself to keep going. He just continued. And that continuation is what changed his life. And this is what you truly need to hear. You're not lacking ability. You're not lacking opportunity either. What you're lacking is enough time to reach the result. You start strong. You have motivation, a plan, hope, but then you stop halfway. After a while, you start again, then stop again. That loop keeps repeating. Not because you're not capable, but because you've never gone far enough. You've never stayed long enough to see real change happen, to see the compound results start to show. And the hardest part is, you always stop right before things begin to matter. If you've ever started and quit, be honest with yourself. Comment, here we go again. There's no miracle, no sudden awakening moment that changes everything. There are only repeated days, mornings that look very similar. Not exciting, not special, sometimes even boring. Just small decisions, like choosing to get up or go back to sleep, choosing to act or to procrastinate. Very small, very ordinary things. But when they're repeated long enough, they begin to compound. They quietly change you little by little. And one day you look back and realize how far you've come, not because of any miracle, but because you didn't stop. So here's your challenge. Not 1 week, not 2 weeks, 90 days. 90 days. Waking up at 5 a.m. No need to be perfect, no pressure. You don't have to prove anything to anyone. Just one rule: never miss twice. You can miss one day. That's normal. But the next day, you come back. Even if it's just 10 minutes, you keep the rhythm. That's it. Nothing more complicated than that. Write it somewhere you'll see every day. 90 days, and start counting. Day 1, day 2, day 3. You don't need to think far ahead. Just win today. And in the next video, I'll show you what really happens after 90 days. Not theory, not empty motivation, but results. Changes you can see and feel. I'll see you in the next morning.